Welcome to episode 6 of Artful Rodger and
Steve.
yeah, it's the 19th of November 2025 in the evening. We've got Boo Boo, our little dog over here having a treat. So hopefully we don't hear eating noises on
I
here,
think he's done.
chomping and whatever noises a dog that's what is he in human years? 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I mean, he's the vet thought he was anywhere between 15 and 16.
yeah, he's an oldie. But a goodie. He's a smart dog. We've had him a long time.
Very smart.
Well, welcome, like I said, to episode 6 of Artful Rodger and Steve. Glad you're here. We did commit to 6 20-minute episodes, which this is number 6.
Here we are.
Yes. Please, like we said before, if you're finding me here on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Like and interact, make comments, whatever. This is, we're really popular. And so, 2 to 5 views on a video, it's top notch. Exactly. But commenting on it, liking it, subscribe to the channel. What happens when you subscribe is that it unlocks more features of YouTube we can use. I am on TikTok as Artful Rodger with a D, Rodger. I'm also on Insta as artful.rodger, Lemonade, and Clapper. We don't talk about
Clapper.
Clapper.
Nobody talks about Clapper.
No one talks about Clapper. But I'm there on YouTube, of course, as you know. Steve.
I am History Ben on TikTok and
As in Benjamin.
That's right. And Mr. Nightshade.
Okay.
Now, I don't have near the followers that Roger does. And you have to ask permission to.
Yeah, you've got a private account.
I have a private account.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a private citizen.
Yes, and he's been private. You've been private since I've been doing this stuff since, 2021?
Yeah.
I'm the one that stumbled into TikTok and made a video, maybe 3 or 4 videos with just music and some, plants outside. And you're the one that encouraged me to
I pushed him.
Use your voice. So
That's right.
I got a voice. So I used it. And then you encouraged me to show my face, which I did. And,
That's right.
As soon as we did those things, it just kind of, here we are.
It unleashed a star.
Yeah, a star. That's it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a good comeback on that, but not hardly. 142,000 followers on TikTok and, almost 10,000 on Instagram now in the last little bit. So it's pretty good. It's not too bad. Right. I mean, it's not, whatever.
And several hundred people.
Yeah. So Steve, today I want to talk about this. Steve launched something today with his art. And a lot of people, if you look at here on YouTube, you'll see it in the shorts. And you'll also, I'm getting out of frame, you'll see it in the shorts. I feel like me standing in front of the microphone is me being like front and center. Maybe the mic is too far this way. So
yeah, maybe
I'm going to scoot it this way just a tad. So
I
I feel less like,
yeah.
So I understand I see it now. So I don't I'm looking at the camera and not looking at the image here on the computer screen.
Right.
Anywho, his art is in the videos of the TikTok tree. If you look in the background, there's a pastel of ornaments that Steve did back, 2-3 years ago?
I think it's 3.
It's been a while. Mm-hmm. And he did that. He took some of the ornaments off the tree, took a photograph, and then just drew them in pastel over the course of months. And now that piece of art hangs behind the tree every year. He has gone to a website today where you can have his artwork, several pieces of it, turned into things like phone cases. So go ahead and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's RedBubble. And I'm Artful Steve, 66, very original.
Yeah, wow. You really spent a lot of time on that.
The reason I did it, I was curious. People were asking about where they could get it. Not a lot of people, but some. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to upload it and see what happens. So I had to, so I uploaded it. And it does require 5 pieces of art. So I just dug around for 5 pieces. So anyway, it is on RedBubble. If you are interested, it looks really good on pillows.
Yeah.
And phone cases. And t-shirts. And I've got some other
Artful. So it's Artful Steve 66. Artful Steve 66. So I saw it today.
That's my pitch.
He did a recent piece of art called, what do you call that thing, people?
I really call it AI. I can't remember.
You call it something.
It's like ghost. It's like really a ghost in the AI or something.
Kind of, yeah.
You'll see.
It's bizarre. So as soon as I saw it rendered on a T-shirt, I said I want the T-shirt. So I've got the T-shirt ordered, and I ordered the phone case for my phone, and I wanted the pillows for the sofa in the guest suite because I'm going to replace my whatever that pattern is that's in there.
I only ordered one pillow.
No,
I did. It didn't occur to me.
Oh, you were afraid that maybe it won't turn out. The images look really good on the website, so we're going to have to see how the actual product, when it gets here, how it looks. It may look like, it may not be right. So we'll see. And you're right.
But it's a starting point.
Why get two pillows when we can use one?
It's a starting point.
Yeah. When you live with someone who doesn't understand that pillows come in pairs. And yes, I know who is going to do a video about this on TikTok about me saying that, because someone we know now watches these videos to the end. We know one person does. We know that. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And she's more my fan than your fan.
Truly, she feels sorry for you, actually. So I want you to know that it's just pity is all it is. This is going to garner a huge video response. Yes, sent to you.
Probably.
And then sent to me. Yes. Yeah, we're not going to use any names because we don't want to do that here. But anyhow.
But I do want to say to that person, the dandy that you chose, the porcelain dandy, is dandy.
It is. Well, that piece,
was a good find.
That's a really good find. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, you were correct.
Because we were talking about antiques. And so.
And that is a vintage piece. That's 1947 to 50 something. So it's somewhere in there.
Made in Japan.
Yes. It definitely. Is it qualifying for an antique yet? What is it? 80 years makes it an antique.
Right. So it's
close.
Old vintage. Yeah.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
But what's interesting too is that she called out that the attire that figure's wearing, saying that was my Halloween costume, which indeed it was. That's kind of how I looked.
Pretty close.
That was very close to to that. Yes. I just didn't have the hand gestures. I was very robotic and rigid and nervous, of course.
Yes, you weren't the fop.
Me with anxiety, no, I was not.
You weren't, right.
I didn't lean in.
You weren't flamboyant.
I did not lean in. Yes. I could have leaned in.
You could have.
And I don't know why I didn't lean in. I guess because
I was walking around with a lantern acting like
you were a crossing guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And I was just not leaning in. I was just walking around going, I'm pretty. Anyone, please. Anyone? Is this thing on?
Same time, same day.
Yes. Okay.
What are we talking about today?
Well, we are 7 minutes into this, and we've got 12 minutes left, approximately. It's 18. We're at 8 minutes.
Should we talk about the disturbing videos we just watched?
Oh, well, now that you've said disturbing videos are, what's it called? Something brain.
No, Meat Canyon.
No, that's another thing. No, this is, brain rot reels.
Oh, right. Brain rot reels.
That's what it's called. Yeah. And it's just stuff taking major brands like McDonald's and Wendy's and really making these just really creepy ads. They're just so creepy, but they're kind of true, I guess, considering what's in the food.
Right.
Anyway, I don't want to get into that because it's just a whole nother, I don't want to say anything horrible that's going to get us banned from this platform, because it's not my voice. I mean, exactly. I don't eat the stuff, right? We don't really eat that, which brings us to the next thing.
Yes.
It's really to talk about food.
Right.
So as many of you know, all one of you that are watching this video know, hey, I see you. Steve is the cook, and Steve for years tried to figure out how to make really good biscuits. So
yes,
the saga of the biscuit. Let's talk about that.
I don't know where I originally found that recipe. It was online, one of the many recipes, but this was probably like 15, 20 years ago.
The recipe that you're currently using?
Yes.
Because I know that there for a while I made biscuits because I found a recipe.
Oh, that's right. In a local newspaper.
That's right. And I used some local person and I made biscuits, but it was tricky because sometimes they were perfect. Sometimes they were dry and hateful. Most of the time they were dry and hateful. It just was a lot of work of rolling and all that kind of stuff and cutting biscuits.
Right.
Your recipe is a drop recipe.
It is. It's a drop recipe. It's not a roll out and fold and roll out. No, those are great. Those are layered and flaky.
That's what those disc things are.
But they take a long time. Yeah. So the drop biscuits I have to say, are pretty easy. But the big change, they were, it's a lot of butter, milk, flour, obviously baking.
He was made for a long time. He made them with butter.
With butter.
Baked on parchment.
That's right.
and they were super good
They were
and
good,
oily
and spongy sometimes.
sometimes.
So if the flour wasn't
But I never said that.
fresh, they were a little spongy.
Mm-hmm.
However, I recently got a wild hair and decided to try lard. And so I replaced butter with lard in the recipe, and they're amazing.
Can I flesh that out just a tiny bit?
They're
You didn't
fluffy.
get a wild hair about lard.
I didn't.
Remember,
What happened?
you and I were talking about lard one morning.
Our,
Our
our
lard,
lard.
our lard, yes.
Probably.
No, it was about working out, I think, or something like that. And somehow lard came up. I don't know how. But no, we were talking about, I don't know how we started talking about butter and lard. And so we asked and she's not up here, we asked Alaska.
We'll just
Alexa.
just say A.
We ask A, and now answers in AI about what it is. We asked for the nutritional value of lard, and it gave it to us as high in monounsaturated fat, which is the good fat, like you get out of avocados and things like that, which are really heart healthy oils. We couldn't believe it. It's higher than butter. It's a healthier fat, actually, than using butter.
Right. Even though it's higher in saturated fat,
but it's higher in monounsaturated fat. So if you're going to use it anyway, it's a better fat. Actually, it just turned out to be better. So Steve decided in that moment, I'm going to buy some lard and I'm going to make my biscuits, these butter biscuits he had been making with the lard.
Game changer.
Game changer, period.
Absolutely.
The biscuits are absolutely every single time perfection. And go a little step further. If there's leftover biscuits, not to worry, because now these days during COVID, there were no leftover anything in this house. We were both like 20 to 30 pounds heavier. However, I digress. But now there are leftover biscuits. And if you take those leftover lard biscuits and put them into the air fryer,
crispy
goodness, and moist on the inside, like perfection. And
They
what are
really
the
are.
ingredients in a lard biscuit? What's in it? Lard?
Well, it's just flour, baking powder, tiny bit of salt, lard, and milk.
That's it.
That's it.
And you just drop them off a spoon onto parchment, right? You're doing it on a parchment,
I use a tablespoon.
on a baking sheet, a tablespoon.
So I get about 8 biscuits that are about this big. Because why mess with a tiny biscuit?
Yeah, who wants
a tiny biscuit?
I got time for no tiny biscuits.
That's
I'll
right.
tell you that. If your biscuit ain't big,
Especially if you're having homemade soup.
Yes. Okay.
Which I made clam chowder for the first time over the weekend for company.
Don't get me started. Clam chowder.
It was so good.
Okay, so the story on that.
So easy.
We were just in Oregon, and I had forgotten that Oregon, the part of Oregon that we were in near Lincoln City, Oregon, and Newport, Oregon, those are both coastal cities. I had forgotten that clam chowder is a huge thing there. My daughter's reminded me, but you have to go to the coast to get it, or there's a famous restaurant at the airport too. That's where they've opened to serve this clam chowder.
What's it called?
Moe's.
Okay.
Moe's. It's a thing. And if you're from Oregon, well, the person that's watching this isn't in Oregon. So we know, well, my daughter might watch this. So you're in Oregon, it's Moe's. But if you're there, it's a good thing. However, because of that, Steve came home. We were both piqued a little bit about clam chowder. So he's made 2 batches now. Batch number 2 is right here. I just went here and went right here. So right now it's clams.
Yes, with my biscuits.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so good. That clam chowder is so good. And so next thing you're going to make is broccoli cheese soup.
That's right. Because we're in soup season.
Yeah, we love soup right now. So good. So good. And he's doing it
even though it's not cold yet. I mean, the days are...
It's 77 degrees today.
The days are warm.
It was not
although
cold
pleasant
today.
Warm, not August.
But it's still autumnal outside. When you look outside, there's leaves all over the place and it's golden and it's gorgeous. So it's just kind
chilly at night.
Yeah, it feels like soup to me. Yeah. Definitely does. So what we're learning too is that just like we're finding out, and this is not earth shattering, nor something that we didn't already know really, but we're beginning to really look at the food we eat and how we can make some of the simplest things. Like Steve is now making the mayonnaise for the house. I mean, the mayo is no longer purchased because we went in and looked at the labels and every single one of them was made with soybean oil. Nothing was made with, not the way you make it. So he makes it himself into a squeeze bottle. And what's in that mayo that you make?
Well, it's olive oil, 1 egg, salt, Dijon mustard, vinegar, and lemon juice. Just
And
little bits of all of those other things.
then you use like one of those macerator things on it to like you whip it up like
Right.
you would do
And
in
you
like
just
a meringue.
sort of, you slowly add the olive oil while you're.
Oh, is the olive oil? It's all cold though. It's not cooked, right?
Everything's cold. Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line is I went to look for, because I used to buy olive oil mayo.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the mistake of looking at the ingredients. And olive oil was like second or third of the oils. So I was like,
yeah, that's what we discovered looking at it. And we went
minute.
through the entire section at our grocery store here locally at every single mayonnaise in there, every label. The marketing label is always so different, like healthy choice and things like that.
That changed because it wasn't like that.
It wasn't
hasn't
always
been that way.
Right.
I don't know when it changed because most people don't look at the ingredients list, if you like a product. But anyway, mayo is pretty easy to make. It's also a lot less expensive to make it yourself.
Yes, definitely. But it's a little annoying when we're going to have hamburgers that night and there's no mayo. And someone says,
I need to make mayo.
And I'm like, I'm about to eat my own shoes and I'm not sure I can wait for the mayo, but you've learned to do the mayo pretty quick. So usually the mayo, you have to make a batch at a time. It's a small quantity, but
because you don't want it sitting around,
but delicious and worth it. And now in the last little bit of time here, we've just got a few minutes left. I want to say too, that eggnog is something Steve enjoys at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really big into it, but I'll drink it. Real eggnog for adults, if you know what I'm saying. And we looked at the ingredients on the eggnog he purchased, and it's like it's a novel of what's in that eggnog. And I said, you know what? I think I can make this myself. So 2 nights ago, I made my own batch of eggnog, which when you were talking about pouring things in slowly, it made me think of pouring that hot milk into the egg yolks, and you have to pour it extra slow to temper the eggs, which is the first time I've done it. We're going to have that a little bit later this evening as we make the tour of the trees here at the house. We'll be sitting around our trees, taking them all in. One of them is behind Steve, as you can see. That eggnog is so simplistic, so good. And we found that too with ice cream.
Right.
We started making our own ice cream.
Yep.
Our own vanilla base and putting fruit and things in it. But just recently, we had to go get an emergency pint of ice cream with some family for dessert. Yeah. And eating it, it just is so different. It's not the same. We are ruined because of making these certain things ourselves because it's just a few ingredients and it's so different. The experience is very different than the processed food, for sure.
Well, I mean, and ice cream used to be like 3 ingredients. I remember, like you could buy a certain brand and it always had 3 ingredients. And now
it was the one that starts with a B.
Yeah. And now,
but that's not like that anymore.
Grocery store.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Well, some of them even say on them, what are they? Frozen dairy dessert. Yeah. They're not, doesn't even say ice cream on it. So it's not, it looks like ice cream.
And when you're eating it too, it's foamy.
It is.
It's got that.
Some of it is worse than others.
Yeah. It melts really fast. Anyway.
It's weirdly creamy too.
Now, the thing about making your own ice cream is you got to plan ahead.
Right. All of these things you have to plan ahead. The mayo you do. Time.
Yeah. But that's probably better because you're not going to wolf it down in that moment. You really are having an ice cream.
Well, you learn to conserve it. Yeah, you do learn to conserve it. It's like the eggnog, because the eggnog was a lot of trouble to make, really just a little bit, just a tiny bit, but it makes the pores are smaller and we drink it very slowly so that we just sip on it and, make it last for 30 minutes or an hour instead of just drinking down a glass of eggnog. Right. Highly caloric too. That is some dense calorie stuff.
Right. So you have a
eggnog.
Glass.
That is holiday food for sure.
A rocks glass.
Yes, because I had to go up a pant size about an hour after I drank the eggnog. I think I went up another.
The drama.
I went up to a 30 waist.
The drama. Speaking of 30, we're down to the final 30 seconds.
I couldn't bear to get out of those 29s. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining us for these 6 episodes. I'm certain we'll probably do 7. Well, now we're not committed to 6. We can just kind of do what we want to do. We can kind of fiddle around.
That's right.
We'll do it when we feel like it. If you like what we're doing, let us know in the comments. Remember, comment on these videos because it just kind of creates activity within it, and like it and subscribe. Okay. And check us out on the other platforms. Steve, any final words here?
Have a wonderful evening, and we talk to you soon.
Yes, whatever that evening is, because guess what? Today might be the 19th of November, but they're watching it and it's not even 2025 anymore. Oh my God, we're long gone. This is way in the future. We're dead.
The drama.
The drama. Take care, guys. See you next time.